What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing fantastic. You're looking at the Vienna tank. It's kind of dirty. What we're doing is we're taking out all of the Rotala rotundifolia. There's a jet overhead, and basically it came up, so we're just repotting it. It's grown out all nice, and it just looks like a jungle in here right now, which isn't really what I'm going for. I hope that's not too loud, freaking plane. But yeah, just cleaning it up. It's kind of the process here. Once I get it the way I want it to look, I'll probably do a water change and wipe down all the glass, kind of just get it looking good. That's what's going on. Show you how I do that. So right now it's just kind of all floating on the surface. So I'm just gonna carefully pull up pieces. As you can see, it is super, super long. Here's actually the bottom. This would be 2 pieces, but still the length of the tank. So we'll probably end up trimming it a little bit. But right now I'm just pulling out pieces, and I'll show you what I do next. It's attached. And at the same time, I'm doing some water changes on other tanks while I'm doing this, so I'll be back and forth. So that now looks like a good bundle to me. Several pieces, about the length of the tank. So we'll take some rock wool. Let's see how much I can get on this camera. It's a little difficult. Take a couple of rock wool cubes. Plant. Squish it between the cubes. And this is the mistake I made the first time, was I didn't bind it, so eventually, came loose and floated to the surface, which I did not want. So, the freaking rubber bands are breaking on me. A little sun rot, or water rot. Basically, it didn't have a chance to root into the rock wool before it came up, which is what we wanted to avoid. So now we have a nice happy plant that's going to go in the background. So in the background here, you might be able to see. Oop, sorry, I tripped. We now have them planted in the background. That one is also planted. Instead of over here, where it's just kind of a big ball of mess. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of background noise. Nothing I can do about that. Jets are active today. See if I can get a better position here. So besides the Rotala, we just have an Amazon sword and some Taiwan lilies. You can see right here. We have a few Taiwan lilies. And there's guppy grass in the bottom corner. You can't really see. Those are going to be coming out. And that's pretty much it. Besides, there's a couple ferns in here and some Amazon swords and things like that. But those are not typical. Those are pretty much our only ones. So let's continue on here. I'm going to keep going. Try to get the wild stuff away from the potted stuff. This little guy fell over. go. What happened here? It rooted sideways through it. That's not what we need to do. There we go. Oops, sorry, wet hands. It's a little sticky. Okay, well, I'm not going to try zooming with wet hands. Alright, let's grab some more of this stuff. And we have another good wad here. We'll do the same thing. Something tells me we're going to have some left over. I don't know if you guys heard that, but some of the stems in here just cracked, but that's okay. They will just propagate into more plants. At this point, it's getting a little bit hard to see what's planted and what's not, so I think we'll go ahead and take out what we have left to work with. Make sure I get all the guppy grass out of it. It's the only bad thing about guppy grass is it gets tangled up in just about everything. And you gotta pick it out, which can be a bit of a pain. Like right here. This little guy right here. And right here. Oop, just dropped a bunch. Oops. Checking my water change here in a second too. See how that's going. That will be the next tank I'm working on. It's the Blue Dragon tank. I set that up this winter. I don't think I've ever shown it on camera. So that might be kind of cool. Just getting out. Taiwan lily there. These things are so small. Here, let me try to find that again when they propagate floating. Look how small this thing is. Like, people say I send them small ones, but I don't think they understand just how small they are. That's a big one. I like that the ends get that pink hue. It's pretty. It's only underneath though, generally. Sometimes in the summer, when there's more light, higher light, because these are all outside, in case you can't tell, they do turn a bit more red than this, but this is not bad. All the plants right now are looking kind of rough because of winter, just not getting a ton of light, and they are in the shade, so extra, not a lot of light. But they will bounce back here because we just turned over into the 12-hour light cycle, I think a day or two ago. So these should all start getting much happier. There's certain plants every year that they've been outside, just annually do not do as well because of the light cycle. That would be pretty much anything that requires high lighting. So the Taiwan lilies, the Alternanthera reneki, the water wisteria does okay. Oh, the mailman's here. My dog's barking out front. Okay, that's most of the floating stuff. The rest of it's just kind of debris I need to pull out. Let the debris settle a little bit. So the fish in here, I haven't even mentioned it, I show them off a lot. This is the Vienna guppy tank, and there's also, they are definitely hiding, but we have some bristle-nosed plecos in there. You can see one's tail right there, and the other one's probably behind this big piece of wood that's in the middle of glare. We'll try to do something about that here in a second. Let me finish with the stool on this side though. So that I can move you guys, get a different perspective. Alright, we'll give it a wipe down. Actually, before I give it a wipe down,